Hi, beautiful.
Hey, thanks, yo.
Oh
Can
my,
we see both? Can we see both videos? Can you see mine? Because I
yes.
can't see yours. Can you see both videos on the
Yes,
screen, right?
I can see both of them. Yep.
Okay. Well, we'll just move forward with that then.
Okay. Weird.
I know. But welcome. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi. So welcome to Fireside 5, all of you beautiful, beautiful humans. Thank you for checking in this week. This is just a beautiful segment that I've created to just connect with beautiful women who are doing amazing things in this world and just tapping into yourself and what you're up to and how you live and practice and all your beautiful rituals and everything like that. So I'm really grateful that you're joining today. Um, Side note for everyone, I'm not sure if this shows up for you guys or not, but only those now who have 1,000 followers or more can go live. So for a wee while, I'm going to need my guests to go live and invite me into their thing. So, we do what we got to do. It is
We,
what it is.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's so funny the way they make those restrictions and stuff, and it changes
I
literally every
know.
day.
I know. That's right. Okay, quick introduction for this beautiful, beautiful human. So this is Liv Caggiano, and I met Liv when we did our 200 yoga teacher training online.
Yes.
And yes, and Liv and I were in the same weekly live call. And there was just something about Liv that I absolutely adored. It was your input, and I always felt that between the two of us too, there was a bit of a connection there as well.
Yep.
And when our 200 ended, I just felt we needed to continue connecting because your work, especially with somatics, um, and and after this little spiel, you might want to just quickly share with everyone what somatics means to you, um, and just the wisdom in your voice and how you articulate your experiences and reflections and knowledge. And there's just so much depth and wisdom to what you share with the world. So I'm really excited to hear what you have to share today. But
Yeah.
before we begin, do you want to just tap in and share with everyone what somatics is for you and how you live that practice?
Yeah, yeah. Really, I think at the core of what somatics is to me is its presence and its awareness.
Hmm.
It's being in your body, feeling that, being present with it. Soma means body. And when we talk about somatics, we're not just talking about this, like, flesh suit that we have, the skin. We're talking about our internal sensations. We're talking about, the butterflies we feel when we're nervous and the, heartbreak we feel when we're sad. Like, we're talking about these internal emotions and being present with them. And so somatics really for me was the gateway into healing. It was how I learned to come back to my body, to learn what my body needed so I can then heal and move through things. But if you don't know, if you're not connected with that felt sense, then you have no idea what feels good, what hurts, what's helping, what's hurting. And so somatics to me is really building that awareness, that presence.
Yes, yes. And I wonder if you find when you're initially working with people in this somatic space, do you often get this reflection from these beautiful humans saying, I've never tuned into my body so much
Yeah.
and before, like I've never been that in tune with my body and
Yeah.
this vessel that I'm living in.
Yeah, and what I notice a lot too, because the ways that I typically do in group format right now, I'm doing somatic yoga. And so I'm really big about invitations, not expectations. And so I offer a bunch of different ways they can do things. To me, it's about shifting towards intuitive movement. And so a lot of the students that I work with are like, I never like felt safe or comfortable enough to try different things, or I didn't
Yeah.
know that this was an option, and just
Yes.
the exploration, the excitement. And I've gotten a lot of like, wow, that felt so good. And it's like,
Hmm.
yeah, that's because you're honoring what your body needs. So it's really cool that I'm kind of helping people strengthen this muscle of awareness and honoring that, right? Like not only are you hearing it, but you're moving with it and you're listening to it. So,
Yes. Yes. I love that. Are
mhm.
you ready to dive into some questions?
Yes,
Some
I'm
more
so
questions.
I love
Fireside
questions.
5.
Yes.
Before we begin, I'm just going to try one thing because
Mhm.
it is funny for me that I'm not seeing you. And I wonder if I
Yeah.
turn my camera. Nope, that doesn't do anything, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm
It's
just
not.
trying. Am I now sideways for you though?
Yeah, you are.
Okay, let's move it back.
There we go.
Okay, are you ready for this?
I am so ready.
So, just a few quick questions that are really important to begin with.
Yeah.
Tea or coffee?
Ooh, I have to say tea. I've never been a coffee drinker.
Interesting. Any particular tea?
I actually have never been big about caffeine, and I say never, but when I was in like middle school, high school, I was obsessed with Dr. Pepper and I drank soda constantly. But
Mm-hmm.
once I stopped drinking soda, once I got into like college, I could drink like half of a Coke and like pull an all-nighter for like exams. So I got really sensitive
Wow.
to caffeine. So I would say anything, non-caffeinated. I love like a ginger turmeric tea or like a
Yeah.
lavender honey tea, like
Mm.
I just feel like tea is this whole world that you can explore, and I don't know. I'm not there yet, but like I appreciate a good tea for sure.
Yes, I really love that. That's just sparked something for me now. I'm going to get into that tea a lot more because I feel
Right?
the same. Yes. Another quick question. This isn't Fireside 5 yet.
Okay.
Your favorite way to rest or reset?
Ooh. I have to say being in nature, and this is going to be a common
Yes.
theme, I think, is just being present, like fresh air, the sun, just watching my dog, like anything that I can do to just come back to the now is just so
Yeah.
restorative.
Yes. Oh. And another quick question.
Mhm.
What is one song or book that lights you up right now?
Ooh, hmm. So I just finished my reread of the Throne of Glass series, and
Okay.
that series holds. I started reading it, the reread, when I got laid off from my corporate job earlier this year, and
Yes.
like really plunged into this beautiful life now. And
Yes.
Throne of Glass is such a beautiful story of resilience and self-learning, and it's just I just love the characters and the stories and the arcs and the plots, and so that is something for me, the whole thing. But definitely maybe Heir of Fire, and
Yes.
I would go on Queen of Shadows. Those books, I'm like, my heart just lights up from them. So yeah.
I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah,
We're
absolutely.
going to move into our Fireside 5.
Sounds good.
Okay. What's one thing that's been nourishing your body and soul lately?
I have to say quality time with aligned women. Being with women who
Yes.
just light me up, who are on the same path, who resonate with me, who just understand, has just been very, very, these last 2 days, I've been spending a lot of time with just resonating women, and it has just filled me up. So, for sure.
Yes. There's something about that you can read about it, you can see quotes about it, you can follow spaces and pages about it, that sacred energy of
Mhm.
being with those beautiful women. And
Hmm.
it's not until you really experience it
Yeah.
that you totally get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so, so ancient and sacred, I feel.
Yeah.
Um, so
Yeah.
I love that you've shared that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true. It's there's just a level of being seen and that comfort in that you're like, I don't need to put up any walls. I don't need to be anyone else
Yeah.
other than who I am, and I am fully accepted. Like, what a blessing.
Yes. Question two. When do you feel most alive, free, or untamed?
I have to say when I'm dancing to music, like somatic
Yeah.
dance, just and being in nature, walking in nature,
Yeah.
hiking, getting to the top of a beautiful view. Like I just
Mm,
being in national parks for me feels like going home. Like I feel like I'm on sacred
yeah.
land, and like in a lot of ways you are, but like I just feel so alive and just connected. Like yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. And even for me now, I'm away this weekend and I've just gone to the hinterland 40 minutes away from me
Yeah.
and waking up surrounded by trees and bird song. Same thing, Liv. It feels like home, and yeah, I get that. Something really untamed about it,
Hmm. Ah.
and the dance too. I wonder, are you considering exploring that in terms of sharing that with the world or women? Yes, yes,
I am hoping to perhaps do a somatic healing arts practitionership. My somatic practitioner, my guide, my just amazing woman. Her name is Kyra Newton. She's coming out with a training, a course for her specific methodology. And I am like, sign me up. I want to be there. Like, I want
yeah,
this. So we'll see. I mean, I've got
yeah,
my 300 hour coming up next year is
yes,
when I started. So, I'm always wanting to learn and grow, but I'm hoping
yes,
I have felt the potency of it, and that has just
yeah,
been my journey of exploring things that have helped me. And if I feel like it's like really transformational, I'm like, okay, let me learn how to do that so I can help people too. So I've just been stacking on
yes,
different tools and methodologies and trying to figure out how it all fits together. But it absolutely is something that I'm just like, we need more of this. We need women dancing intuitively, just expressing and opening and being.
yes,
Oh, so yes, maybe
yes.
one
I
day.
get it. I get it. I get it. And how magic. And I wonder too, for all our live viewers here, if there's an opportunity for you to do something virtual for all of us as well.
Perhaps,
What to
perhaps.
say?
Yeah.
Question three.
Hmm.
I'm really intrigued by this question. What's a feeling or story you've been holding on to recently?
Mm, so the last 24 hours has been fantastic, but the 72 hours before that, I have been in a deep, deep hole and I've been really struggling.
Yes.
And something that has been coming up a lot for me is no one cares. No one cares. No one wants it. It's not important. This whole, I create something and I'm like, no one cares. No one wants this.
Mm,
Why am I doing this? And that's been something that, I had this identity crisis and I made a post
yeah.
about it and I'm just like, I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who I am. I don't know what I have to offer. I don't know. And I was listening to some educational business and mindset stuff talking about how you can't move beyond your sense of self, beyond the framework of the
Okay.
self that you have. And so,
Yes.
we tend to self-sabotage if we are trying to do something that doesn't fit in that framework. And so I know I have a lot of work to do with this sensation of lack. So this scarcity
Yes.
that's it's not enough and I'm not enough and I want to do more but no one cares, and I'm just bumping against these walls of barriers, and I
Ah,
I don't have the answers, but that's been something that I'm like really. struggling with. And when I'm around these women that like really fill me up and I'm able to have these conversations and talk about what I'm passionate about, it flows and it's just there. And then I leave there and I'm like, it's gone. So
Yeah.
it's something I need to work on. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wonder too if it's interesting when you start stepping into this realm of really opening up to your life purpose and what it is you want to really tap into and share with the world, that
Yeah.
these things come up even more deeply because it's you. It's you out there. And and
Yeah.
when we're tapping into, things that just are that mundane routine, not mundane as such, but just that routine of
Yeah.
life and work and all of that. There's less of that vulnerability and exposure for those triggers to surface.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true. It's true.
yeah,
And everyone talks about that it takes reps, it takes action, right? Like you can't step out of a mindset until you have proof that, it's different. And so
yeah,
there's that discomfort of the willingness to try something new
yes,
while assuming that it's going to be a certain way. And it's that expectation, that assuming that
yes,
50% of what's going to happen is based off of that mindset.
yeah,
So yeah, it's definitely something that it's a part of life. And I know that it's
yeah,
always going to be a part of life. And that is growth is unpeeling, or I should say peeling away layers of the same thing, and it's expressed in different ways, in different languages, in different forms, but
mm,
it's still there. And you really just have to keep pruning and pruning until you can get to that depth. And I don't know.
yes,
I don't. Maybe I need to find someone who's been like, I struggled with that for years and now I'm better. But most people are like, no,
yes,
you just learn how to navigate it better. And so I think I just need to build the tools and build the consistency to,
yes.
yeah. Oh, thank you for all the hearts. Hello, hello.
Love the love. I with you sharing that, it reminds me of this analogy that a beautiful friend of mine shared with me. And there was this experiment done out in the Aw, hi gorgeous. Um that's a beautiful friend from New Zealand. Um and there was this experiment done out in the desert, and they
Mm.
wanted to recreate the life on Mars. So they made
Mhm.
this
Oh,
massive
yes, yes, yes,
dome.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Hey?
Yep.
Yes, massive dome, trees, all the things in it. And what they found was these trees that were growing inside this dome, they were growing and then they were just falling over. And
Yeah.
these trees would grow and then they'd just fall over. And they realized that there was no wind with
Mm.
these trees as they were growing. And that wind is what creates those really solid roots. And
Yeah.
so, what I'm picking up on as you share this, that we all have,
Mm.
imposter syndrome or what's the point and all of that, what it does is it's that wind that
Yeah.
really brings us back down to our roots, to really ground into, yeah, I'm doing the right thing, and I'm just going to come back to self, come back to my authenticity, come back to my purpose. Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And then let's continue growing from there.
Yes, yes. And I read something very similar to that that was about when orcas are in captivity and they're staying in the same tub in a book called Move Your DNA, which is one of the
Mm,
required readings for 300 hours. I think it's by Katie Bowman, I think is her name. She was talking about
yeah,
how when orcas just swim in one circle, their dorsal fins start to curve over because they don't have that stress or that current from the waves in the open water to kind of push against it and keep it up. And it's really interesting the ways that we are created and made by the stress and the discomfort that we experience. And yeah, I
yes,
love that analogy of it's what gives you your roots. It's like you have to be tested in your identity and your
yeah,
values and your beliefs in order for them to be solidified. You need that resistance, you need that pressure. And yeah, I'm building my resilience to it.
yes, and keep doing what you're doing. Oh, definitely, please, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question 4.
Mm.
What's one small ritual, pleasure, or habit that grounds you?
Hmm. I think right now it has been morning yin yoga. And I have
Yeah.
found for myself that I am such a vata. I'm a vata mind, pitta body. So I am all up in my head,
Yes.
in my mind, and my body is
Yeah.
always wanting like fire. I want to run, I want to go. And so starting my days, especially before the sun comes out, starting my days grounded, being held, allowing myself to unfold, to
Yes.
release into the earth, to have this time of silence. And also it's meditative, right? Like you're sitting in silence,
Yeah.
you gotta be present with what's going on inside.
Yeah.
I think that has been so grounding and nourishing and centering for me.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, there's and you know, you hear about it with the monks and those practices of really coming into yourself just before and as the sun is rising. So you're
Yeah.
with that growth and that awakening of the day. Yeah,
Yeah.
and again, something so sacred about having that practice in darkness and sort of coming out of that practice in lightness, in that
Yes.
light. Yeah, and so
Yes.
I think, yes, that's a beautiful,
Mm.
beautiful practice. I
I
love that.
never I never even thought about it that way, but it is so true that I finish up and I like sit up and I like go to,
Yeah.
close with an almond. I'm like, wow, like it's light now. You're right. It is this. It's like you're kind of birthing. You're being born into the
Yes,
day. Mm.
and setting that intention
Ah,
for the day. Yes.
I love that.
Okay. Okay. Question 5.
Final one.
Love, if your inner wild self could speak today, what would she say?
Hmm. I think there is a very fiery part of myself that feels very afraid to say certain things on social media, even though I feel
Yeah.
very, very passionate about them in person. And I think one of them would be that no one is coming to save you. You are your savior. You are your hero. And we live in a system,
Um,
especially when it comes to our health, when it comes to our wellness, that the
mm,
system is designed to make us sick and to keep us sick. And we are the ones
mm,
who need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of each other. We need to educate and we need to embody. We need to take action to take care of ourselves because health is becoming inaccessible. It's becoming like only rich people can be healthy now, and health is a birthright, and we are owed that. And I think it's important that we don't forget the natural ways that we can be in health. Health doesn't cost money. It's natural, and we've forgotten all these ways, and instead we're putting our power and we're putting our spirit into doctors and supplements and prescriptions, and we're giving our power away, and so we're giving our health away. And I think a
yeah.
part of me just wants to shake people and say we need to wake up because we're being controlled and we're
Wow.
losing our power and we need to take it back.
Liv, you need to tap into that wild self of yours and let her dance and scream that out to the world.
Mm, yeah.
I wonder if, like, to close off our Fireside 5, which I just love that you're the first one. Like, this has been so natural. I haven't even really thought much that we're live except for our beautiful love that's going on. Okay,
Mm,
on that health side that you've just shared, those we can do it ourselves, they're natural, just it's within us.
yeah.
Let's leave our beautiful viewers here. Give us your top 3 simple everyday tips to nourish health in our own space and world.
More movement, moving more,
Yes?
whether that's walking, whether that's, if you want to run, but just walking more is so
Yeah.
helpful. Getting time outside, which I mean, walking is a part of that, but being up with the sun and seeing the
Yes.
sunset, our circadian rhythm is so powerful. It impacts everything about the way our cells move and our sleep cycles and the way our digestion works. Like being in nature and with the sun is important. So
Yes.
walking, sun, and I would say eating more whole foods. Eating foods,
Yeah.
their ingredient is one thing. To eat food that is whole and natural. Obviously, it's tough to in some points, but to shift away from processed foods is important. And from
Yeah.
a yogic perspective, there's the prana, there's energy, and when things are older or they are packaged or they have, additives, whatever it is, they lose that energy. Even food that is natural, that is from across the country days later, it's not as rich in nutrients. So
Yeah.
eating local and eating whole would be that third one. Yeah.
Oh, sunshine, movement, whole foods.
Yes. Yes. Mhm.
Love, thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be the first one of this beautiful
Yes.
segment, and I can't wait to see all the different women that you bring
Yes.
into
Oh,
this.
me too. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
The list of beautiful women
Mhm.
that are just doing beautiful things in the world. My segment's lined up for the next 10 years.
I love that. So, do you know who's going to be next? Can we give them a little shout
Yes,
out? Give the people a
yes,
little.
yes, we can. We can. So, next week, and this time the time zone's shifting back to Australia.
Okay.
I'm going to be going live with a beautiful woman called Angela Ellis.
Mm.
She is a photographer. She is a creative, just next level creative,
Mm.
and she is mother, um, entrepreneur, um, just, yeah, yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to be a whole different perspective of things.
Yeah,
And so I love that.
I love that. Amazing.
Yes. Much love to all of you. Keep
Yes.
tuning in and check
Mhm.
out Love and what she's up to, please.
Awesome. Thank you all. We'll see you. Well, I won't, but Sarah, we'll see you next time with some beautiful, beautiful people.
Mm-hmm.
All
Mwah.
right. See you, everyone.
Bye.